Good evening and welcome as we join you on Date with Danu. Once again, as we give you the quarantine special on Daily Mirror. Thank you so very much for joining us today on the show. I have a remarkable guest who is joining me today, and I'm so happy to speak to him. It's none other than well known Phil Hamid, somebody who I'm a big fan of, and I'm so happy to have him here. So let's speak to him today. It's going to be a very special edition. You could always send in your questions. Vanakkam.
வணக்கம் அபோவான்.
How, how are you keeping and how are things you have started for your celebration?
There is no that celebration. Life is going on as usual.
Hmm.
Nothing great, but looking forward for a celebration very soon if everything goes well.
Okay. So, Faisal, I wanted to speak to you about a few very important things, especially um, concerning the current situation of our country and the world. Now, last year, all the industries in our country took a very bad hit in April. And once again, we have come to another state this time around. How do you plan to cope when you come out of this?
To be honest, we have been used to this type of things, right? From the time I got involved in business, you know, like the way you came from Jaffna, right? That's the time I got business,
Mm.
and from there on, we went through a major obstacle. You know, we had so much of issues, tsunami, the war was going on, political issues. So I think this first out of all. This shot not bad. And the businessman who expand. So now body. I think we have to face it. We have to get ready. We must be positive. Yes, business won't come as what we thought as. But I'm ready to face it because end of the day, money.
Fausto, we are having problems with your connection. Do you think you could uh, come join me again if you don't mind?
Okay.
Okay, much better. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, I think the line was quite disturbing. Would you give that answer again if you don't mind me asking you?
No, from the time I got involved in business in the mid 80s, that's the time even you came to, you were telling me your story, how we came
Yeah.
to, from Jaffna. So I would say I am used to this type of things. Like we had tsunami, we had political issues, so much of curfews, bomb blasts, floods. But this one is the worst one of all.
Mm.
So I would say I'm used, but this particular one I couldn't bear it because we have thousands of people working, uh, and the business have been very tough last few years. And I was thinking if I can survive and go on without making much
Mm.
money, it's a big thing now. So it's a
True.
survival. It's a
Yeah.
survival, break even. It's a break even. If you can break even,
Co-
it's great.
Now,
So
considering the fact that you come from retail and the fact that it doesn't fall under essential service, by the time you and Hamidia as a brand gets back on its feet, it's going to be a long time because it's not like food or medicine or what falls under essential services.
yeah.
So, how do you hope to sustain, and what are the measures you have taken right now?
Yeah, actually, we comes under non-essential goods. So we are. I mean, today people look for food as a number one choice. Then the medicine. Then maybe clothing. But then again, I don't know how because people are basically fed up of everything. So
Yeah.
we have decided to next 5 months we have decided to play it down and cut corners, cut all the overheads. Even we spoke to our staff, our senior team had a couple of discussions how we can work on and move on. So we are done certain business plan and we are trying to work on that. And we
Mm.
are ready to face it because we have explained to our staff We will try our best to survive, and you know that, right? I mean, the last 5 years business have been bad. I mean, it's a competition. We went on, even though we did business because we want to be in the market.
Yeah.
And so my staff, we are going to lay off anybody. We are going to keep them, and we will talk to staff, and we are already done, and we will move on. We are speaking to the tenants. We have written the letters to all the malls,
Yeah.
explain to them the situation. So maybe we will work on a profit sharing basis with the tenant, or we will come on a commission basis, something like that. Because
Right.
for me to we do business, I can pay my staff, I pay my factory workers. So it will be win-win situation now. We
Yeah.
cannot
True.
demand. Even for
Yeah.
customer also must understand the background of every company who had been in the market, who have been servicing. You must check their integrity, honesty. I mean, there are many companies like us. They have been servicing over 50, 60, 70 years. And so there are a lot of startup guys, new companies coming. So it will be a tough time for everybody.
Yeah. True.
But
Uh,
life has to go on. We have to thank God for what we have now, and think that way. You know, we have to be. I mean, now today I'm fasting. I fast because I know I was thinking how many people are struggling last 1 month without food,
mm, yeah.
and yesterday I felt so hungry in the afternoon, and I felt, my God, now I'm fasting, I can't have anything. So
Yeah.
I thought of the poor people on the street and the houses. How are they? So it's
Surviving.
going to be
Yeah.
tough surviving.
Yeah. Now, because one of the questions that I wanted to ask you, Fazil, as someone who has been in the business world for so many years, lots of companies within the first 2 weeks of the news of COVID-19 coming out and the fact that Sri Lanka will have to go under lockdown,
Yeah.
they immediately spoke about pay cuts, salary cuts. They spoke about 60% discounts on their big director salaries. So my question is, why didn't these companies even wait for a month before they took a drastic decision like this? Why did these news come out immediately? Why wasn't there like a contingency plan made in their salary
So,
scales?
yeah, because they saw the China situation, they saw the Italy and the London way and the Paris and Spain, all these countries, the people we have connection with them, they all saw the difficulties, and especially the international buyers, the businessmen, I mean travelers, tourists, every industry started taking two step back.
Mm,
So
mm, mm.
we all felt that this is not a normal thing. It's not. It's a virus which going to tough for everyone, right? So, and everyone thought it's better than late. No, better to start now rather than going back. And if I can save something now, it's better for the company.
Mm.
So we too decided first March we paid, April we are paying certain percentage, and but May onward we will cut down the salaries. We want
Mm.
to see that at least some. I mean, we aren't going to lay off anybody. We want to pay something. So
Yeah,
anyone wants to leave can leave, but I know time is bad for everyone.
I know it's a bad
But
decision, of course.
so life.
Um,
Go ahead.
so now we have come during these tough times, like times that we thought we'll never live through. We are living through it all. Um, as someone who has seen the good, the bad, do you feel that the government's decisions in running this crisis has been good?
I would say good. I mean, when you compare to other countries, it's quite good. Only thing is, our people are not disciplined, so you can't blame. But then I think if you look at the numbers, only last 1 week we are getting into a bad shape.
Mm.
But we had control. But then again, I mean, now the worst time is coming, we have to see how we
Yeah.
can control and how we can stay at home and stay safe to avoid and move on.
Mm, mm. Now, let's speak a little bit about you. You are never at home. And this time around, you have no choice but to stay at home for the past 44 days. How has it been for you?
Believe me, I have forgotten business. I don't know what I'm like in a sleeping mode, eating mode. But then the first 1 week, like we were thinking it's a holiday. Okay,
Uh,
let's take it 1 week. But
Easy.
now I've forgotten about business.
Mm,
I'm only worried about life and my staff and everyone to survive and live. So when I get up in the morning, I'm thinking there's no challenge in the day, right?
yeah,
So
true.
I think what I'm going to do, nothing. So there's so much of messages come around. People keep sending. Even that I don't see much because
Uh,
it's waste of time. I'm blind,
yeah,
but I'm trying to learn something.
yeah.
And so I connected with my old friends, visited poor people, started distributing food and
Mm,
calling the people who need. Today even the middle class, respected middle class people are struggling.
of
Someone lost
course.
their job. So I was busy actually with that work,
Mm,
but I have forgotten business. That is sad part. So
yeah,
I can see the money is what I had saving is going. So my
yeah.
secretary says, "What is happening?" I said, "What to do? If I die, I won't take this. I won't take this.
Yeah.
What is the guarantee of life? And let's help wherever I can." So
Mm,
I took it that way. I took it that way.
yeah.
So I'm
So,
happy that I'm happy that I went on various places. I went on the street looking for people are stuck on the street. I made lunch, made breakfast with my family members, relations. So I found I found the real beggars on the streets are missing. The
yeah,
real people on the street are the homeless people.
of
Some are
course.
mental people. Some had come to Colombo. They couldn't go back. So there
Yeah.
are thousands of people living on the street like that. So I feel so sad. The homeless people, I've been talking to them. They've been dumped by the children. They've been dumped by the family members. Some are doctors' children, come from good background. So I felt under my friend, I want to see that once things goes back, I want to see that give them life. Because
Yeah.
day to day, the beggars whom we see on the street, they are making money,
True.
right? They come to beg and make money. These are people who are struggling, I'm talking.
Yeah, their
Genuinely
lives
struggling.
have changed. Yeah. So something that I wanted to speak to you about is My Friend. It's a brilliant initiative. If you don't know about it, I've spoken about it so many times. Fazul, who you see well dressed, put together well, is just one part of him. He does so much in giving back to people, which I've always spoken about, and I'm very happy to say that as well. So My Friend has been an initiative, and especially even during this time, you all wanted to create the importance of growing a plant. What
Yeah.
was the reason behind that campaign? And tell for those who are watching, what is My Friend for people to know?
See, my friend, I started while helping schools. I found there are thousands of children come from certain families. Some are poor, some are middle class, some are even from rich class. They become poor because due
Mm,
to various issues. So I felt that if I can support a child to come up in life rather than just giving money, various things, education is a tool. If we guide them today, I mean, if they learn something and come up, there is opportunities, right? So
of
that
course.
was the initiative of my friend. And about the planting trees, my mother does this every time.
Mm,
So when the COVID-19 came in, my mother was tell me, I've been telling you all planting. So last year our company celebrating 70 years. We
mm,
started planting 700,000 trees last year.
okay.
So we thought now, because back of my garden, if you see behind, can you
Mm,
see? I
yeah.
have lot of plants. So
Right.
my mother's initiative. So I had various fruits back on the
Mm,
backyard. During the difficult time, I got some fruit. I was thinking, thanks to my mother, because we were laughing at her. We used to plant
uh,
flowers and things, right?
yeah.
So this helped me actually take one time of food, you know.
Yeah.
So I felt, let me share with this, and let's in my future I'm going to focus on planting vegetable and fruits, and motivate people to use your backyard garden or wherever space. Keep planting something which you can use for something and difficult times.
Yeah.
So this is
Now,
my mother's thing, which I'm
yeah.
trying to practice.
Practice. Now, when I put the poster up saying that Fazul Hamid is going to be joining me on Date with Ganu, we had a few questions that were sent to us, and one of the questions were the fact that a lot of youngsters started off their own businesses. It could be in retail, it could be in software development, it could be in web development. So many modern businesses, and they even recruited their staff, and it was a good go. But right now, they are facing like uncertainty. Their question is, should they temporarily close this business down or should they fight it through? Is what they're asking.
Yeah, must not close. I think first and foremost, they must talk to the staff and tell the situation. Okay, there are bosses, they have a lot of money. Genuinely, you must help case by case. There are families, they are struggling. Their children going to school, school fees, the transport, the van fees, house expenses. Maybe they have various other expenses. So I'm talking to the guys who have money, genuinely keeping intention to help, so that definitely you will bounce back. And
Yeah.
don't make yourself to suffer.
Mm.
Try and help them at least with a certain percentage, so that they can at least have burst come to burst a food allowance. A food allowance is a must
Yeah.
at least. You know, I'm talking to startup guys who are struggling. I mean, who are struggled, and but don't go and borrow big money. But if you're confident about business bouncing back, borrow some money at a lower return,
Interest.
because time
Yeah.
like this, people are coming with major big interest. But you must understand, talk to them, don't mortgage anything. Try to go on a very simple MOU,
Mm.
and try to work on it, because it's a blessing if you can help your staff. It's a blessing, and you will definitely bounce back. I think this will not the end of the road. Definitely, it's a warning from the God for
Yeah.
the misbehaving we all did. The world
True.
was so bad, corrupted. People were selfish. People were never bothered about another country, another person, a neighbor. Now, I mean, nowadays our neighbors, we all like, we play, we jump from the fence. Now
Mm.
neighbor has 10 feet wall, right? And they have dogs, some don't have. So
Yeah.
I think life has to change now. We must go back to the old route, care and share with people, smile with people, talk to them, don't get scared. I think we must go back the typical Sri Lankan style to be Danu. I think if you can get around, we must share this, make people to be easy. We are a country, very friendly people. Tourist is one of the key things, and we must understand what's our strength. Our people are nice. I would say due to the politicians, various division, we became divided. I'm sorry to say that, but then that is the way we should think to how to unite. You come of a different faith, I'm of different faith, but we don't have any differences from the day one I saw you. And that's the way we should keep our good intention and talk to people heart to heart, correct the people who are making wrong decisions.
Yeah.
I think I
Another question. Another question I wanted to ask you, Fazul, was the fact that uh, you are a very respected person in the Muslim community, and you have done so much for your community as well, including so many other Sri Lankans. Especially when COVID-19 started, there was a question about burial and cremation that was spoken about in terms of the Muslim religion. What
yeah.
was your personal opinion, and was that handled well in Sri Lanka? And I'm so happy that it's a problem that has been solved and people have understood the gravity of it, which is amazing, because we should not separate at this time. We should only unite. But how did you see it?
No, actually, I would say we had to follow the country, whatever the law and order, whatever decision they take. But we were debating with various intellectuals, Muslim, non-Muslim, that if other countries can allow burying, I think Sri Lanka would have done it. I think ultimately it got into politics, to be honest.
Yeah.
It became
Yeah.
politics because of, see, why should I become a politic because of the politician? I mean,
Yeah, true.
to be honest, I have never voted for a Muslim politician up to now. I'm fasting, I'm telling you. No, we don't need, but then now time has come for us to speak up.
Yeah.
Time has come to speak up because, you know, we don't want to see the coming generation suffering on this. I mean, we don't need too many Muslim politicians coming and talking on behalf of us because they have the agenda. Most of them with the agenda. There are a few guys, excellent guys. So we also, as a community, we are discussing the wrong people are going to politics. And this is a big issue for us now because they are not the right people. If you look at 40, 50 years ago, the people who went, they were rich, they were money, they were stable people who went and gave people. But today, if you look at all the politicians, almost all, when they start politics 20 years ago, and if you see them now, they are in a different league.
Yeah.
They're different
True.
league. Nothing to hide, Danu. I mean, I'm not jealous. I'm not jealous. I used to, when I started my business, I know there are days I take my lunch from home in the morning, my mother makes. I bring the lunch in the night again. I didn't have time. I was so concerned about customers, checking the quality, hands-on. So, but today, all through social media or whatever, you can create wonders. All right. So this subject is a very sensitive subject, Danu. I mean, it's a tough question. I think we should follow what government says. I respect that. But I don't like anyone trying to make it a political revenge.
Of course. Because you know why? Because I always say that all of us, like for example, you being Muslim, me being Tamil, all our friends are so diverse and everyone has been so united. And I think we need to always put that unity forward and not find a reason to fight about, especially at a time when the country is going through such turmoil. Now,
perfect.
How are you coping? Have you learned a new skill? Have you tried cooking in the last few days?
Yeah, I did a little bit here and there. I mean, my mind is somewhere, you know.
Because, I know, always.
By the way, we opened a store in London last month, the wrong time.
Wow.
So that was my dream for 20 odd years. So it's the wrong time, but then it's in Kensington High Street.
That's under Envoy Mansion.
Envoy London.
Yeah, Envoy London.
Yeah.
Okay.
It goes to Envoy London. It's in the High Street, in Kensington High Street. So it's a big league store. It's like playing Manchester United.
Yeah.
And you know, it's not easy to play against them.
Yeah.
But I'm happy it's franchise. So somebody has seen my work after many years of hard work. Somebody came with a similar experience from London and saw the work. And I was so proud. I had not told the press. I'm just telling you now.
Oh, that's amazing.
A big game plan. I made it 25 years ago. I want to go to international and be a local brand. I did this so much of planning. I think it's a long journey.
Definitely. And that's amazing to break into a market which is already so full of fashion. That's amazing. Well done, Fawzul. But of course, we will have to revisit London after all this is done and plan it out. Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah. So now apart from that, everyone has been asking from WHO to the World Health Organization, all have been asking to learn something during this time.
Yeah.
And do something. Because I know that you have very small amount of patience. How is it going for you?
As I told you, I did some gardening. I learned yoga. My son taught me yoga. That was really good.
Okay, well done.
And 2 months ago, I learned a little bit of meditation. But yoga is amazing, right? Amazing. Then I did a bit of garden. I did a little bit of cooking. I'm not expert. But then I started cutting down my eating habit. I started eating the old rice with we make candle next day.
Yeah. Kanji.
Yeah,
Kanji.
it's a kanji. No, but
Yeah.
no. I think you call it diabat.
Yes, yes,
Diabat
yes,
is the
yes, yes.
Monday,
One day
the
old.
yesterday rice. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I
yeah.
was
Correct.
thinking, my mother yet takes that. So I felt that I did a video and I showed my staff.
Mm.
I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready to survive. Don't spend your money. Cut down.
Yeah.
And don't go and waste your money and save and get used to old habits. So I cut down everything. I think I really feel that it's a good thing, and to if I can share my food and my money to underprivileged, that is what I did. Trust me, I did
Yeah.
that thinking of them. When I went on street, I got carefree passes with my cousins, nephew, my children. We went and spoke to them, fed them. I mean, there are 1,000 people sleeping on the street, homeless, broken families, mentally retarded people. So they are not in the street. Normally, we see the beggars are these are business beggars. You know, they know when you beg, they can make money
Planned.
on bucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So these people are genuine people. So I have over 100 names. So I thought I'll talk to them once things okay, and at least can put them in a right path. That will be a great thing.
Yeah. One more question before we wrap things up. Faisal has recruited everyone. One of the most impressive recruits that I ever saw was someone who is blind, who came to work at Hamidia.
Yeah.
And how did that work? And how was it for you to recruit someone in fashion who also had visual issues?
Yeah. See, some of them are not 100% blind. So we had a few blind. We gave them various jobs, but then they can do. It's tough. But what we have, the different able people are right now. We found they are good in something.
Yeah,
Right? They are good in
definitely.
packing. Yeah, they can sort colors. They can type well. Right?
Mm.
The blind people can type. You know, I think that technology is amazing. And now see there we have about 30-35 deaf and dumb. Deaf
Oh
and
wow.
dumb.
Okay.
Their productivity is much higher than the normal human.
Yeah.
They don't
Yeah.
talk and they do their work.
Yeah. True.
Right? They do graphic
Distractions.
designing, packing. So again, thanks to my mother who initiated this 30-40 years ago. So I felt they rather than they go begging. One day I saw them coming asking for a help. A nice tall guy. So I
Mm.
said, okay, come. He can speak. I said, come, and my sign language,
Uh,
and I gave him to cut fabric.
okay.
I started cutting fabric 35 years ago.
Uh,
So they're happy.
yeah. And that's something that I've always appreciated. I think that's remarkable. And especially during these times, I think it's good to remember these and to speak about it, because the reason why I speak about it is the fact that, we have come through tough times. And for us to go through this is just going to be quick and easy. But Faisal, as always, it has been amazing talking to you. And continue doing your great work. You have always been an inspiration. I always say Faisal is the first person who believed in me, I think. And he didn't even know me at that time. He just saw me and he offered me his help. And I'm ever so grateful. I think till I die, I'll always speak about it.
Thank you.
And you have yourself a great evening. And thank you so much for being on Date with Danu. And hopefully we'll all come out strong and healthy from quarantine.
Thank you, Danu. I just want to share something.
Yeah.
I have done. I'll send you a sample for you. Some
Okay.
mask.
Oh, excellent.
This is a water repellent.
Okay.
It's a water repellent. The upper part and inner
Okay.
part is 100% linen. It's a 3-ply.
Okay.
It is a stretchable strap
Okay.
and unisex. And it's a 3-ply. The front is cotton, but this is the water repellent. So
Right. Okay.
When you wear it, I have done in about 20 colors.
Okay.
20 colors. It's compact here.
Oh,
And
wow.
you cannot, the air doesn't go. When you breathe, it's done. And the
Okay.
beauty of this is I use 100% linen behind
Linen.
it.
Okay.
It's healthy, it's bacteria free, and it's a fabric which is good
It's a
for drinking.
breathable fabric as well. Yeah, and also if you
100% breathable.
and
It's a
and also the
breathable.
fact that you have 20 colors, that means I can match my shirts to it.
100%.
Yeah.
I just want to share with you. You can match your shirt, trouser, and I done very formal looking colors and some printed ones. I'll
Okay.
send you some pictures for you.
Super.
I'll
So
send you
this is
some.
going to be in the market soon when we open stuff up.
Yeah, from Wednesday it'll be the market.
Oh, excellent. All right. Thank you, Fazul. Thank you. Thank you. And have yourself a great, great evening. And love to everyone at home. And take care.
Thank you, Danu. Take care, and God bless. Thank you, everyone.
God bless. Bye.
Bye.
So that's the one and only Fazul Hamid. I did ask him for a few tough questions there, but he answered it beautifully as always. Thank you so very much for joining us on Date with Danu, made possible by our fabulous friends who have always been with us, supported us throughout any good times, bad times, and that's the time that I would like to thank. We'll start off with our title sponsors. Quantum, thank you for joining us. British Cosmetics, Vikramarachi Opticians, followed by Manning Checks, Movenpick Hotel. Thank you so much for your hospitality. And not forgetting Jonathan Studios. Until I see you with another episode on Date with Danu, you have yourself a fabulous evening. And thank you so very much for joining us. It is a happy Sunday to you, and it's a wrap. Thank you so much.